This is Carl from National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2021 Torque model T26. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. We're not going to drop the back on this video, the garage door, but we'll do that for you when you pick up. So I'm just going to go over some of the features here, okay? So obviously these are power stabilizing jacks right there. You have a power awning with a LED. This is a video out here, power, and then a mounting place for a mounting bracket, or a backing plate for a mounting bracket. There we go. These are your front stabilizers. One switch controls both front, another switch controls both back. Alright, so these are your cranks. This one here, the 3/4 inch crank. That will, if your power tongue jack fails, you can pull this rubber plug and put that crank or a 3/4 inch socket on a drill, and you can actually operate it manually if you need to. Let me look down here real quick, see what we've got. Okay, now the other crank, I'll show you that again, but closer up, but it's a cylinder with a slot cut in it. So you can see right here, I'm at the other side of the stabilizers. So on the off door side, you can actually put that crank on the stabilizer there and crank it manually if you need to get yourself out of trouble. So you can crank the power tongue jack manually and the power stabilizer manually. All right, so one more thing here while I'm back here. Let's see. Yeah, so this is the 3/4 will also work on your spare tire. Okay, all right, so anyway, back up front here. This is your kill switch for your battery. If you need to disconnect it when you put it in storage, for example, you can just shut it off. Lighting, of course. That's your dump hose. And this is the other crank I was telling you about, the cylinder with the slot cut through it. That fits on the shaft with a pin going through it. Okay. So you have 2 LP tanks, of course, power tongue jack, deep cycle marine battery. This is just in case you want to hook up a solar battery charger to charge your battery. You could, if you purchase one, you could plug it right in there, and it'll give you a charge from the sun. This is your fuel station here. Your water heater. Okay, the thing to know about this water heater, let me take the cover off here and set it down. Right now it's empty. It's a 10-gallon, it's empty. This is the drain plug right here. It's a 1/16" 6-point socket to operate it, and that screws right into here. So that's where your water heater drain is. Now, you never run the water heater without water in the tank. Right now it's drained and is bypassed because it's winterized. You always want to make sure you fill it up before you turn on the electric heating element or the burner. Now this right here is a switch. There are switches inside the trailer, but I'll show you this one here. This is the lower left-hand corner of the water heater, on and off. That operates the electric heating element that's behind this cover right here. So just remember that switch is there. And again, like I said, you never run it without water in it. Okay, you got your gray and black tank right here. Okay, your slide room is a Schwintech. That's the model it is, or the brand and model it is. All right. Here again, this particular one is for your gas pump. Of course, I don't have the key in my hand here, do I? Oh yeah, I do. I don't need to. All right, so so there's your nozzle and your hose, and of course your controller right there. All righty. So you've got a ladder on this. Make sure you inspect the roof every 90 days. That's what the customer or the manufacturer states. So every 90 days you need to go up there and take a look at it, make sure everything's in good shape. Also, that housing there tells us that this is pre-wired for a backup camera if you wanted to get one. Okay. Excuse me. So this device here is a carbon monoxide LP gas detector. If it detects carbon monoxide or LP gas buildup, it'll go off. So you take everybody outside, shut off the gas, figure out what's going on. Now, if If it beeps the same tone but very slowly, it's telling you your battery is low. Okay, so it does 3 different things. That's the test button for it. It should always be green. The LED should always be green. If not, get it serviced. Okay, so this is your slide out here. That's your power awning. Then of course you have all your levels here. Okay. Your water pump you turn on right here. The water pump, of course, is used if you're camping somewhere without city water and you pre-fill your fresh water tank. You can use that pump to pump the water. All the fixtures and everything will work just like you've got city water, but it'll be pumping from the tank. Okay, to light your water heater on gas right here. I told you about the other switch outside, right? Lights. All lights, okay. Excuse me. So as we come in farther, this is your thermostat. It's very simple. You just hit it once to light it up. Then you keep pushing the mode button and you go through and pick out what you want. Let me just go to heat here so you can see it. So there you have furnace. I'll just leave that on. All right, this is for your ceiling roof vent here. So you can so you don't have to stand on a stool and turn it on. Okay. This is your bed lift. Of course, this bed goes up and down. That will show you how that works when you pick up the trailer. You also can go to like Lippert's or manufacturer's website, so they got really good usage videos too. But there you have it. This bed can be folded into one big bed, right? Or you can fold it completely out of the way and put it up against the wall so you can drive your bikes or your four-wheelers or whatever you got in here. And of course this bed goes up and down too. So a lot of options. This is a gas absorption refrigerator, on and off. Right now it's on auto. That's where you're going to use it 90% of the time, because basically what it means is auto electricity. So when you're on auto, it's always going to seek out 110 AC and use it. If it can't find it, it'll automatically switch over to gas and run on LP. Now you could dedicate it to gas by doing that, but if you do this, you can't go wrong. It always searches out electricity, like I said. Like, let's say you leave the campground and it's a super hot day, and as soon as you leave, there's a power failure. Well, it'll sense that, and it'll automatically light it on gas for you, so you don't spoil your food. So it's good to leave it on auto. Microwave vent. Your range is very simple. Looks like all of them do pretty much. This is the sparker here. 3 burners and 3 knobs, and then this is the oven knob. Now he had it shut off, so I guess not. So just one. You just select the burner, light it. It's very simple. Now when you go down here to the oven, there's a pilot light all the way at the back. You might be able to see what it's working. I'm not sure. But either way, you're going to take the oven knob and go to pilot and then depress it. And keep it depressed while you're lighting it. Then you're going to light the pilot back there. After it lights, you'll hold it for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up. Then you go to operating temperature. But when you shut it off, obviously the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you got to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. This device right here is the power converter. Take it off in there. This converts AC to DC power. So it takes regular 110 AC, which is regular household current, and you see you've got regular circuit breakers like you see at home, and then of course they're all labeled here. So that's the AC side. Then it converts the power to 12 volt DC over on this side. You see you got 12 volt fuses and a breaker, and then they're all labeled right here. If any of these fuses were to blow, they'll actually light up, and you can see it glowing through this tinted plastic. Okay. And another thing that it does if you're plugged in is a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery up front has and needs, and if it's topped off, it'll just trickle a couple amps to maintain it. If it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs to charge it up, okay? So when you're towing the vehicle, obviously your alternator on your tow vehicle charges the battery, and then when you're plugged in, your power converter does. Okay. Speaker, it's all self-evident. I mean, or sound is all self-evident. And you do get remotes with it, but it has everything you can imagine. You can stream off USB. It's got Bluetooth, regular radio. So you can pretty much do anything you want. Okay, where's the light here? So you've got remotes for your fan and the lid. Okay. Shower works like any other shower. Sink like any other sink. This is a GFCI here, so there'll probably be 2 of them in this trailer. The thing to remember that all the GFCIs are wired through, or all of the plugs, the receptacles are wired through a GFCI, even the one on the outside. So if you're using something outside and it pops, you're still going to reset it in here. The toilet works like all RV toilets. In that you got a flush pedal. That pink stuff is antifreeze, just residual pressure. Okay. So the thing is, directly below is the black tank, right? So you can't run this without chemical and water in the black tank. So when you get to the campground, you're gonna hook up your power and your water. You'll come in here and you'll put 1 dose of chemical right in the bowl. Then you'll stand on the pedal and let about a gallon of water swirl into the tank. Then it's ready to be used. Each time every time you dump the black tank, and then you're going to keep on camping, you would repeat that procedure. Okay, so your bedroom is all self-evident. You got another thermostat. You got TV hookup here, and a backing plate for brackets. So they pretty much like all RV bedrooms. Okay, so there's one more thing I wanted to do out here, because I realized as I went around I don't think we talked about the water hookups at all. Let's see what we got. Oh, here they are. I just walked right past them. You got your power cord, which is a 50 amp cord, 30 feet long. Satellite and cable through. This is your city water connection. This is the most common way to connect water to the trailer. Now, if you're camping someplace that doesn't have city water, there's no plumbing on the campsite, you can actually fill your fresh water tank here. And as I mentioned inside, there's a switch on the control panel to turn the water pump on and off in case you're doing that, okay? Another thing to know, this is the black tank flush here. So when you're at the dump station, after you've dumped the black tank, leave the valve open. You have to leave the valve open. It says that, you can see that right on the sticker here. Then you're going to hook up the hose, turn it on, and it'll spray out the inside of your black tank and flush it really well. Cleans off the sensors too, which is a good thing, okay? All right, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about going up on the roof every 90 days and inspecting it. That's important. And as I stated, right now the water heater's empty and it's bypassed, and there's antifreeze in the system, so it's still winterized. Thank you very much.